Hello, gang. Make sure this thing's on. Yep, it's working. The mic's on. Okay, no issues that one. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Oh my God, we got a juicy game tonight, by the way. Shout out to the gang for letting us cover this one. Obviously, it is just me, myself, and I. You guys know the drill by now. Mr. George is here as well. Oh my good golly gosh. How are we, George? How are we, sir? But yeah, Pabs isn't here. He's dead, unfortunately. As per usual. I've still got his little symbol behind me, just floating above Merseyside. But yeah, it is just me, myself, and I, guys. We've got a hell of a game, though. We've got the grand final of Div 3. I'll show you guys the teams. It's Vortex SE13 up against Supreme Gold. I'd be lying if I said that I've been keeping tabs on this one. But regardless, we've got a banger. I say, this is the top now. This is the top of AEL. There isn't a Div 2 and there isn't a Div 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. So we've got Mo, Rafi, Veek, and Jacko representing Kate's boys of Vortex SE13. Cheeky link up, you know where the postcode is. And Supreme Gold going to be limited. Paulinho, what a name. Julian and Elux. So it should be a good one. Big cast from Major. Laws, honestly, as soon as I got asked to do this one, I couldn't say no. You can't say no to a game like this, can you? Grand final. And hopefully, I know everyone's going to hate me for this on their respective orgs, but I really, really want a second best of 5 in this one. We started early. It was meant to start at 7, but you know how the money cams go. It never starts at that time. It's usually about 20 minutes, I'm hopeful for. But I believe one of the teams has done the money cams. We do actually now have a lobby code, so I'm going to join up and just sit there and chill as I chat to you beautiful people, because holy shit, there's a lot of you beautiful people in here. Harry's here, Kate's here, JMW, by the way, what a flashback that is of that beautiful man who carried me relentlessly through quite a few COD titles. So yeah, it's good to have you back. Lozer in as well, the goat from ECL representing. And yeah, I mean, I've got a blank canvas on this one. I mean, Kate wants it to go second best of 5 because obviously her guys are coming from the losers bracket, so they have to get it done in 2. But it is hopefully going to be an absolute banger of a series here with these 2 ones, and hopefully we get a series that goes the distance, because apparently it did go map 5 the last time these guys played each other. Been a while, how you doing? George, mate, I'm better that you're here. I'll tell you that for free. I'm much better now that you're here. I mean, hopefully the series does us a favour and gives us an absolute pleasurable game of Call of Duty. There might be a little bit of breaks in between maps when I have to dip in and dip out to make sure that Codcaster is the right way around, all that good fun stuff, because Codcaster doesn't work. And that's a point, actually, I will quickly just let you guys know between maps, if you switch sides, can you just let me know, as I'll have to leave the lobby to change the side caster. So shout out to Kate and Paulinho for sending the codes through. And we've got 6 out of the 8 players, so hopefully we can get going very, very shortly. But I will show you guys the maps while we wait. Best of 5, as per usual, in the first, potentially the first of 2 best of 5s. And we start it. I'll shout out Shay with the follows. Thank you very much, Shay. But we've got a, best of 5 starting on a black heart. So we're going to have a lovely bit of racehorse commentary going in that one. We've got Scar Map 2 on the search, Exposure for the Overload Map 3, Scar Map 4, and then Raid for that game 5 if it does go the difference. Miss those days. I know, Jack, tell me about it. When are we getting the gang back together? Because it just, I need some carries. Okay, I need some carries. And there you go. Impress Toothbrush 4. Absolutely not having that message in it. Stop making me blush. Sorry, George. It's habit. It's habit. Listen, when the gang comes in from Cold War, I just can't help but flirt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, hopefully we get a cheeky. But at least if it's going to be a specified and no more, we're hoping for some close maps. Don't know what the scores were, obviously, the last time these guys played each other. But I'm hoping that the maps are pretty close and we don't have any bang-out maps. So if we do get bang-out maps, it's responded with another bang-out map from the other team. So hopefully we can get going very, very shortly. But yeah, I'll show you guys the teams if you are just dropping into the stream. So shout out to everyone who's hopped in and say we haven't been casting in time. So any of you guys that come back, you get all the smooches. But yeah, Vortex, Mo, Rafi, Veek, and Jacko up against Supreme Gold, consisting of Limited, Paulinho, Julian, and Elux. Still on the old maps. Yes, George, yep, still on the old set. So this is I believe, the final game of what this season is for AEL. I think all the other grand finals and that have been completed. That's what I was saying. I think we've been blessed, really, to grab the top dollar game, which, as I understand it, As Kate mentioned, it's 1,152 smackaroonies on the line for this one. So, yeah, quite a lot of change going on in that one. But yeah, we are still waiting for 2 of the remaining players, so hopefully they can join up soon, and then we can get going, ready for the grand final. So it takes some minerals to sharpen a grand final. Oh Jesus, that makes me feel like I know, George. I miss the days of the Krig, mate. Let me just make sure that. So it looks as though the guys are ready. Big scare, what a name. Rafi better show us something. Well, this is it, mate. This is where he's got the opportunity. The guys have just said in game chat that they're ready to go. So hopefully we are pretty much sorted on that one. Team should be the right way around, touch wood. Supreme Gold 3-1 Trust. There's a few Supreme Gold fans coming through. Obviously, they must be the guys to watch. I can't put any kind of light over what these guys have got in their locker. But if they're the top of Div 3, they're going to be fucking good. That's pretty much it. Major Goat. Mr. Fuse, how are we, handsome? How are we? The man who makes it all tick. The man who makes it all tick. Fuse, mate. Should be a banger, this one. I'm hoping it's a banger, mate. I'm hoping it's a banger to put the season to rest the right way. Rafi, Yaz says, come on, Rafi. Mr. Rafi's got some fans, I tell you. He's got some fans. Supreme win this. I'll tell you what. Here come the boys. Oh my god, H-Mania 24. My AR hard carry. How are we, Harry? Tell you what. Blackheart, Harry. Blackheart. One of your faves. Not one of our faves after our Div 9 performance on it, but we won't go there. We won't go there. But it looks as though everyone's pretty much ready to go on this one. So I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're there. I think we are there. 7 says, fuck Supreme Gold. Listen, if we can get a mixy game here. Some body shooting. This is what I said before. If we can get some body shooting. Oh my god, Fuse has dropped the prime. Thank you very much, Mr. Fuse. What a man. What a man. Oh, a handsome man. Thank you very much. 2 months. You'd love to see it. Thank you very much, buddy. But we're underway, guys. Map number 1 here in grand final of Division 3. It's blackout. It's a bang out. It's just going to be... I said blackout then. I've had too much of the old COD in my brain. It's Black Heart. It's a bang out. And Elux straight away with 3 to his name. Not really going to complain about that one. So really good work there from him. And it's going to be the boys of Supreme Gold ready in the time. You can see that the players are now going to try and flood in towards the hill on the side of Vortex. But they're losing the original gunfights. Number 2 in Jacko is going to spawn out to old. But the comms surely coming through that the rest of his team are spawning out. So Jacko able to get one. The trade instantly comes through in towards that wall run side. Obviously, Paulinho is going to be making sure that nobody hops round to try and flank that P2. The shots are crispy, though, from Rafi. Limited, though, is going to win a pick on his respective side of the map, and it's still going to be a couple of kills coming through for Supreme Gold. Julian now finds himself on a bit of a streak before he does go down, and it's an important gunfight in the back, which Limited is able to win. And this is a very, very strong start here. If you're Supreme Gold, they are looking warm coming into this one. Limited, though, going to trout at the wrong time, but they've still got a lot of mid-map control here at the moment, and Elux, 4 in a row, shooting absolute laser beams with the Dravik. Remember, this is on the old meta, guys, so they are going to be using Dravik and M15 only. You can see now they're trying to push in, but at the moment, Vortex just need to try and push as a unit, as a group, because at the moment, they're kind of getting picked apart one at a time. Every single gunfight is going in their favor now. You've got a lot of negative KDs on the side of Vortex, still trying to headbutt the front at the time. Mo's going to finally touch on towards the front side of time, but everyone is dropping. The trades aren't looking all that great. Veek finally finds himself inside the hill. He's got a good job that his teammate Rafi is going to be around the back with him. They're looking to try and flood out the back, and nice work there from Veek on the time and the first bit of time that they've got on the board here. Mo already looking to trying to get ready for P3, but there's going to be a couple of gunfights. Limited again holding strong, looking for a second onto the outside of P3, and really nice work there. The pistol not going to quite be enough, and a big one-on-one on the time, which Julian is able to win. And now you look towards the next hill. Supreme are ready, and those arrows on the side of Vortex, they've got a long old way to go. Veek, is he going to check that close left corner? He is, and the peek's going to be really nice to him. There's the first pick that comes through, courtesy of the Dravik, looking for a second up close and personal. It's actually going to be a team kill, and Elux is going to be forced to try and play his life in the back, but they're going to sniff him out. They're going to take him down, and Vortex is going to get back on towards the time. You can see the gold arrows there from Supreme flooding through the front. Not the most ideal place to do it, but on Blackheart you can afford to do it, especially when Limited is dropping kills left, right, and rhubarb. But Mo's still holding strong inside. It's still going to be a bit of back and forth, and there's 2 pieces everywhere at the moment as Veek finally trades out what could be the last remaining push. Still got a couple of players. Paulinho's just waiting ready for the players to rotate out towards New. And Elux is going to be watching P1, but I don't know whether he saw that player go wall run. I'm pretty sure he did, actually. So he spots Veek, P2. There's actually going to be another one, which the timing's going to be absolutely horrendous for him. But Limited's in the back. Do they know he's really deep in the back? Yes, they do. They managed to work that one out. And Julian now has to try and play his life in the time. The contest comes through, which is going to force him out of position. And there you go. The black arrows of Vortex flood in, snuff them out. And they get the kills to boot with it as well. But another two-piece of kills comes through, courtesy of this man, Paulinho. And the time's still looking good here if you're Supreme. Elux with one. Elux can't quite get the second. And it's just, at the moment, Vortex still holding strong. Veek's doing a really good job at the moment of just trying to drag the boys through it, just in terms of kills. But when the kill feed goes incredibly gold, it's not going to look good, Brev. Shots in from Jacko, not able to get anything more going. And they know that the spawns are flipped. Obviously, at this level of COD, you realise the player's so quick to react to those spawn flips, and that's exactly what they managed to do. Number 2, Jacko, going to be last one up. He goes down, and that scrap time should separate the teams by around the 60-point margin yet again as we go towards P4. Paulinho's going to try and hit a little bit of a wrap around wall run, but he's going to get caught out by it, and it's going to be Vortex ready to go for the P4, or P5, apologies. And now, Raffi watching wall run. There's going to be a body in towards the front side of time, but Julian's going to invest this streak straight away. He's going to see if he can get the player in the back. He's going to get one. The man out the back is still there, and the man on time is still alive as well. So really nice work there coming through from Vortex. They've managed to pull the streak out from Supreme Gold, which they accumulated pretty early on, I believe. So that streak is no more. And now you're looking towards the bang out towards the front side of time. But Jacko's going to have absolutely none of it as he gets 3 in towards it. 4 go down for Supreme. That's probably going to be their last go at this time. Julian's going to opt to go for the chow, but the beams are looking good from Jacko as he slowly works his way up to positive. So Vortex are slowly growing into this one. But saying that, you've still got one man lurking around the old time. It's going to be limited. Is he going to check that there's another man on towards the left side of Hill? No, he's not. And number 3, Veek, just doing the dirty work for now. Big kill in towards the new time from Raffi. Going to wait to try and play his life. As you can see, there's a few arrows searching for him. And Raffi bangs a 2-piece as well. Still trying to work their way back into this one. But Vortex, again, very good job from them. And in towards the time. They're going to try and work their way in through dubs, but you're going to have a couple of players. The nade isn't going to make anyone weak. Raffi gets another 2-piece, though, off cameras. Paulinho looks for one. Veek, though, with the trade. At the moment, Vortex, they're just doing really well in numbers, and Veek, regardless of whether his teammates are around him or not, works himself another 3 streak, 23 and 13. If you're looking at Supreme Gold, limited, just slowing down a little bit here in the middle portion, which is going to help see Vortex pretty much secure the lion's share of the P1 time. Everyone now going to try and push their way through to New, but on a map like Blackheart, you can obviously afford to do it straight through the front of P1. Mo, though, with the AR just chewing through players as they try and work in towards the front side of time, but they just inadvertently bottleneck here. Elux is going to go up towards the high side. He's going to fall. And Julian looking for the trade, but Jacko, has he got some good timing, or has he got worse timing? Julian slipped through the net, but unfortunately his hesitation is going to get him killed in that instance. And now Jacko going to hold the cross to a couple of players, but the duo chow is going to look good. Elux looks good for one. Can't quite get the second, and the trade from Mo is going to just still soak up the time as they try and get near this one. Vortex just playing his life. Julian using that wall jump to his advantage, just trying to play his life. He's doing a good job of it, but Mo sniffs him out. Eventually 5 in a row now for Mo. Looking for the 6th. You can see the time that he's managed to accumulate on this hill has been brilliant for Vortex. And now this is a complete flip of the first set of rotations here. Vortex now find themselves pretty much 60 points clear, courtesy of some additional scrap time. And it's going to be Supreme rotating to New. Elux out the back. Dravek in hand. Not the ideal weapon for any gunfights, but the streak's coming down, and it's going to be from Mo. He's going to catch 2, catch 3. Really good work from Mo, and now that's going to grant them an opportunity to push this player out the back. Elux is here. He's all on his lonesome. He goes down. They do still manage to get limited back on the time, but it's going to be light work potentially. Paulinho, though, flies on, only able to get 1, and Vortex, courtesy of Mo's 7 streak, by the way, as Costa Kirsty finally falls. But that streak has really helped them cement this lead. Vortex well and truly in the driving seat now. 1 goes down. Julian, it looks to try and fly in, but he falls as well. Jacko trying to make the trade alongside his teammate. It's going to work, and they managed to take Paulinho down as well. So that lead is looking ever dangerous now. Shots from Jacko, by the way. Crisp as you like. Limited's going to go down to the front side of time. And nice work again from Vic on rotation. 7 combined with his teammate. Elux is traded. The wall run there. I don't actually think Rafi spotted the man that was literally directly behind him. But it doesn't matter because Jacko is going to manage to make it work here. And big gunfights out the back. Limited with a really big first pick. Rafi's here, though. They're going to look to try and maybe double team him. But he's got help again. Vortex just so clinical at teaming up on these players. Elux round the back. How many can he get? No more than 1. And that's going to leave 25 seconds for this map to be done. The beams from Paulinho are going to leave that player 1 shot. And you've got Veek cutting off all the reinforcements towards the front side of the hill. Paulinho's still there, but you've still got presence in towards mid. And it's going to be another player that falls. And you've got now one last go at this. If you're Supreme, you've got to get in the time at least. But 10 seconds is all you need on a map like Blackheart. It is so difficult to stop any sort of time coming through. Rafi with a trade. Jacko helps out. Everyone on the side of Vortex just stacking this, and the beams from Jacko might secure this. Map 1 for Vortex. Absolutely crispy as you like. 250 plays 1-1-7. And the team from Losers Bracket with a statement map. The start was slow, but the middle portion, my God, Vortex absolutely galloped to that one. Felt like Supreme Gold are on 115 points for an absolute eternity in that one. You can see there, 250, 117. What a map there from Jacko. Huge damage from Veek as well, 37 and 23 from that man. What a map. And in grand finals, you need your boys to show up, and that's exactly what Vortex managed to do. As mentioned, a team that come from Losers Bracket didn't look like they came from Losers. Did you see the replays there? What a map. But Blackheart never disappoints. We hoped for a bang out and we fucking got one. Jesus. And that's the first map of potentially 10. Although we are being optimistic on that one. You never know. So, 1-0. I know, Fuse. Mate, at the start of that map, I was thinking, geez, well, Supreme, you can see why they are the guys coming from the winners bracket, but, I mean, Vortex said, absolutely not. So, Jesus. What a map. What a start there. And there's just confirmation of it, guys. So Vortex 250 to 117. The guys getting straight in towards map number 2 as well, which is going to be that Scar, Search, and Destroy. But we'll have a look and we'll see whether or not the guys of Vortex have got an S&D in their locker as well. So if you guys missed map 1, 250 to 117. Supreme Gold basically got the majority of their entire hill time literally on the first 2 hills and never really saw another go at it. So map number 2 underway. Got to be careful not to get isolated over towards the top side of Motel here as Paulinho. He does a good job. His teammate Elux helps him out, and it will be a first blood on the cards for the guys in gold. And AV and Bart with the follows, and Blaze as well for earlier. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for the all the new followers, guys. Oh, Elux almost manages to get that kill, but Rafi says absolutely not. And now Limited left in the 1 versus 2. Does manage to spot Rafi. He's isolated over towards the top side. Gets out with his life as well. The comms that he's going to be weak. He might just headbutt in towards the trade, though. And that's exactly what happens. Vortex going to take that first round 1-0. Pretty standard. opening round, as we see on Scar. Difficult to try and take any sort of map control over to Motel. Vortex obviously committed quite a lot of bodies over there as well. And unfortunately, for the defensive side, they will not take that round, and it will be an opening round on the board. So now, it's going to be Vortex on the defensive. What are they going to opt to try and do now? Nades, as you usually expect, over towards the time. Mo, oh, he manages to get the wall bang through. That's the first pick, and a nade actually manages to shut up another player. It's now going to be instantly a 2v3. Players are dropping like dominoes at the moment. Veek's forced to back up. And you can see Elux has got the control of top Motel. He's got to be careful not to get shot. Oh! Wigged! Jacko's gone. Veek now left in a 1v2. His teammate thought he was safe. He thought absolutely wrong. And now Veek, with a difficult position, might be able to isolate this player up top, though. Elux is there. Is he going to pop up at the right time? Pops up. Whack-a-mole. Gets one. Doesn't get out with his life, though. Supreme Gold going to reply back with a round of their own. Difficult position in a 2v1. But as anyone will know, when you're in the top side of Motel, you can just get wall banged so easily. And he just wasn't able to get away. Quick reflexes there from Limited. I assume there was a lot of screaming of one shot there. And it's a round on the board to tie it 1 apiece. So we'll see what Vortex opt to do here in their next attacking round. We'll see the A push. Worked well for them last time. Are they going to try and switch it up? On Scar, it's really rare that you see teams try and work something over towards B. Obviously, the more difficult site to try and make it work on, but Julian going to try and get a little bit of a pre-fire going in there. Isn't going to hit anything. They're going to try and play for some information. Stun checks galore at the moment over towards that A site. Vortex playing it a little bit slower, though, than what they did previously. It is Shoulder City at the moment. Or Paulinho gets some information. Oh, and the team shots, though, aren't going to quite be enough. Elux, he's going to get tagged up as well. Rafi just about manages to get away from that one. You can see Paulinho still on the top side and absolutely wigs Veek for the first blood. Nice work from him. And the difficult part is done. The stalemate has just been unsettled. Now Jacko looking for an angle to anyone over towards the back of Motel. You've got Julian in towards mid. Is he going to spot Jacko over towards P1? Just playing for info. Shots in. Oh, not quite able to get it done. But Rafi shots in. Mo gets one as well. So instantly the map is, the round, sorry, is just completely flipped on its head. Elux and Julian now left in a difficult situation, but the time isn't on their side. Vortex. Mo goes up top. He goes down. Surely they're going to try and get this bomb down, though. They haven't gone for it. They're not sticking it, and it comes to a 1v1, and Vortex able to win it, courtesy of that gunfight win right at the bitter end of it. And we'll see it here from Jacko right at the end. Teammate gets one. Elux falls right at the end. I say Vortex, they cut that one very, very, very fine. Almost completely ran out of time. I think there was, what, 10 seconds left on the clock in that? Might have been even less. Might have been about 8 or 6, you know. So, Supreme back on the offense. Obviously, every single team has won their offensive round so far, courtesy of some good attacking play and some opening first picks. Supreme going to potentially be a little bit upset with that because they did get the first blood in that round, and the trophy's going to go down, which is going to maybe enable a couple of picks, maybe at least at the bare minimum, some damage. Jacko's going to be forced to back up. Veek, sorry, forced to back up. Jacko over towards the top side of green, just looking for a pick, but Elux is going to tag him up again. He's got his teammate over towards the bottom side, and Rafi gets a lot of information there of this push. You can see Paulinho all the way over towards the top of blue. Just waiting to see if anyone gives him anything. He looks so weak. It's not exactly a rare occurrence that we see players start to run out of ammunition. And they are draining a lot of bullets into each other. Not necessarily without the kill, though. Oh, Julian gets checked. Stun check close on towards the site. It's just waiting for the opening pick here. Paulinho Up he springs like a cool viper. There's the first for Julian. Out he goes. And now look at number 8, Paulinho. But he's got to try and play his life in mid. He's over towards the bottom side of green. He's left on his own. Julian's stuck planting the bomb here. And the man up top is going to be Mo. He might get both. One for Mo. Spots the man on the site. Shifts across. His teammate helps him. And it will be a round on the board again. Vortex. Courtesy of some good work there from Mo and Veek combined. And they will retake the site for the first time as we see a defensive side hold. But again, came right down to the wire for time. They forced them to play the bomb, and Mo manages to win the gunfight on the play, not planting the bomb. And it will be a little bit of a break of serve there. 3-1 now to Vortex. And it's going to be down to Supreme to try and work this one back. Back-to-back rounds for Vortex. 2-round advantage. Nades going straight over towards the time here. They've got to be careful not to get caught out by any of them. Paulinho going to be over towards the top. Elux towards the bottom. Oh, Rafi's weak. Got to be careful not to chow. Paulinho actually gets a pick. Veek tagged up. Isn't going to drop. Rafi's looking for this. Oh, he didn't spot the feet of him. Just going to be forced to back up. Elux is going to try and look for a trade here, but he gets taken down as Veek chews through 2 players. And now you're left with numbers advantage here. If you are Vortex. The work there from Veek. God's work. Julian is looking for a pick. They need to get this next one, but look at number 2, Jacko. He's pushed up here. Is he going to catch this player out the shoulders? Just so good, though. Got to be careful not to get isolated. They're waiting for the chow. Jacko's still there. Trying to play the info. That man retreats off the bomb, and now it's going to be the difficult position, but Julian isolates Jacko over towards the top. First pick comes through of this site retake. Good angle, but he needs help from his teammate here. Rafi is obsessed potentially with the wrap. Nothing's going to come just yet, though. 28 seconds. Nobody's on the bomb. You can see that number 3 and Veek might have made the big brain play. He has. The shots are good enough to take Julian down, and now it's going to be a 1v1. 20 seconds. It's going to be down to limited on the hunt. Veek's having none of it, though. He's just going to play the check. He knows he's got time to work with the shoulder. Is immaculate from Veek again. 4 in a row. Is he going to need it? Shank? No. There you go. Vortex SE13. 4-1 up. Looking very, very good in this one now. And this man on the screen didn't even need bullets to get the end of it. Chefing him up right at the end. And this 3-round advantage looks very, very good now for Vortex. Off the back of a very good map 1. But they were slow to start, to be fair. With this man on a 5 streak, they look very, very good for their money. Vortex 1, map 1, Morrissey. Vortex 1, map 1. 250 to 117. Oh my god, this is quick. Oh! Almost got the second, Julian. His teammate actually is able to capitalize on the complete random play that Julian makes there. A completely different opt to play for. And it's now going to leave Veek all on his own. And this is a really important next kill now. It's going to be a difficult round to take. Very unlikely. And he's going to just try. Gobi isn't going to get anything. Obviously, he's playing for his streaks here. Can't afford to drop, if anything. If you're going to lose the round, that's not too bad. But you don't want to drop streaks here. And there's some COD timing for you. Might be able to get a pick on Julian if he peeks from sandbags. Julian's going to just turn around. And yeah, it looks as though Veek is just playing the long game. Not going to do anything stupid. Smart play. Going to lose the round. But you're not going to lose any chance at some streaks. At least not now. You can see that Limited's still going on the hunt for him. But they have no idea that he's just camped bottom blue. And a round on the board for Supreme Gold. A much needed round at that. You did not want it to go 5-1 if you're a Supreme Gold player or fan. And we see Veek still on that 6 streak. Completely unintentional rhyming. So what do Vortex opt to try and do here on offense? Trophy's out from Veek. Going to get a lot of value from it as well, because you see a lot of nades landing over towards this side of the map. Isn't going to get anything, though. Supreme Gold opting to do with what they've done pretty much all map long, stacking the A site, one holding mid. But we're going to actually see the streak. Oh, Vic did get the streak. I didn't realise. It didn't even show it on the thing, it looked like, but he's got it. He's got a lot of information as well as to where these players are. He's got to be careful, though, not to get caught. Limited is right around the top side. Jacko's going to tag him up. There's a pick that comes through from Elux. Mo manages to grab a trade. Tagged up. Next kill's huge. Limited's isolated on his own. Julian now has it all to do in a 1v3. You could see what they were trying to do. Big pick. Julian can't get the second, and it will be Vortex with a very important round. 5 plays 2. They are not letting go of this one anytime soon. And Rafi just making sure that they get that round over the line. Crispy as you like. And now it puts Vortex on map point. Now what does Supreme Gold opt to try and do? Again, we haven't seen anything over towards B, which isn't really surprising, but we've only seen 1, maybe 2 rounds of a little bit of a surprise, and every single time it seemed to have worked, really. Number 2 in Jacko holding mid. He's going to go straight around towards blue side, and they might potentially cause a really big pinch here. Julian's going to watch the flank for a split second. Elux is going to be forced to back up, but now here goes Jacko. There's the pick. There's all the info that you needed. And there's the important job done. Oh, Paulinho over towards the top side. Limited's bottom Jennies. He is completely in the open. Julian all on his ones now. These are 1 versus 4. The first kill's over the line, but this looks so difficult now for Supreme Gold to keep their hopes alive in this one. Shots in towards Veek. He's one shot. He's down. And Vortex take map 2. Very convincingly. Again, 6-2 to the Vortex. And 2-0 in the series. They look like the team that's come from winners. I can tell you that for free. 9-4 from Veek. What a map from him. Every wall made of paper mache as he shoots through. Bottom shot to clear him out. 9-4 from Veek. Everyone positive. Mo just negative by 1, but he won't care. The boys got it done. And it's going to be 2-0 to Vortex. Get that one done. Just ask the guys if they're keeping host again. Well, you guys do that. So this Codcaster figure is a right pain in the ass, having to constantly dip out. There's confirmation of it, guys, though. It is 2-0 to the Vortex again. If you don't know, Vortex are coming from losers bracket. So if they take map 3, they look very good going into that game 5. It's so annoying having to leave the lobby and just keep rejoining. The guys must be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I've got to do it for the series score, sorry. It looks as though we're keeping the lobby. Shout out to the guys. We should be pretty much ready to go for map 3 very shortly. But shout out Vortex. They are having a hell of a series so far. It almost seems a complete flip. After those first 2 hills, I was thinking Supreme Gold. This might be a bang out here 3-0, and they take the money and run. But Vortex have had none of that. So they're going to need a big regain here on map 3. They're going to have to reverse sweep it, which, again, it's not exactly impossible. Seen a lot more crazy things happen. So let's see what they're like on overload. Might as well give us a 3-star. Oh god, no, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy kill. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I'll show you guys the replays of map 2 though, that's what I can do. Vortex, good performances. Again, shout out Veek for a really good map from him. Screaming for a 6. Screaming for a 16. And you watch everyone go, absolutely not, see you later. I'm out of that stream. Or the stream just gets muted. You might mute it anyway. Each to their own, you know. Some people just come and watch the gunfights happen. But we are loading in. Starts linking out some. No, I'll be honest. Round the back, mate. It's going to be literally the complete opposite from that. Literally the complete opposite. But one thing that we do want is map 3. And one thing that we do have is map 3. Vortex, they're going to get it done in 3. And Supreme Gold looking to try and start the reverse sweep now. If you miss map 1 and 2, 250 to 117 and a 6-2 on map 2 sees Vortex now 1 map away from forcing the second best of 5. And again, there's over $1,000 on the line in this one, so there's a lot going. A lot of money and a lot of bragging rights. So Vortex, here we go. Overload map number 3. Let's see if they've got it in their locker. They Supreme really have to try and work something big now. And it's going to have to start off here in map 3. And it's already a nice little couple of kills coming through there for Elux. So he's not exactly going to be too complacent over that one. Not going to quite be able to get another one. But you can see now that the device in the hands of Limited just going to be forced to back up a little bit. You can see that Rafi, though, on the hunt. Smells the blood. Able to pick off one. Not going to be able to get any more, though. It looks as though they might try and make a play down towards this solar side of the map. Mo's going to stun check over. There's going to be a couple of players underneath him, though. Elux is going to be one of them, and Mo with a nice job there. And the team shots coming through from Jacko. And I believe Veek are going to take down what remains of that opening push. Shots, though, from Julian and Crisp. Not going to be quite enough, though. But now look at the door that's open over towards the B site. I'll tell you what, Elux has got to go, but he's not going to be able to do it. It's going to be 1-0 Vortex straight out the gates. The counter-attack down that solar side has paid absolute dividends to them. They don't even realise, I don't know. Oh, no, they are on the hunt for Veek. They just can't find him. They do now. But look at that reset. Look at that map control from Supreme. They are going instantly for the counter down here again. Mo's going to try and scramble across. Absolutely none of it. One apiece. We're all looking towards that reset. And that's exactly what Vortex are opting to do. Again, a lot of information there down towards the bottom side of Ring as Jacko falls. But they're looking to do exactly what they did back to them. Paulinho with one off the top rope. Hunting for a couple more players underneath him. He knows that there's another one here and flies off the top to absolutely slam Rafi in that one. So a little bit of a standoff here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Veek. Jesus. Doesn't miss a bullet in that one. The schmovement. So now is Paulinho going to check this close right-hand corner? Rafi's pretty much ready just to fly at him. Got to be careful not to get caught from top mid here. Gunfight's going on in top mid. And now here goes Rafi. One for him. There's going to be another player behind him, which he doesn't make the reads onto. And now they manage to track down Mo in the corner. Big gunfight on the P5, and it's a really big win, actually, from Jacko. But the trade comes through. Veek's still got control of the device, though. That's the main thing. He's going to try and get away, but he's not going to be able to. And now, if you look towards mid, there's a lot of gunfights going on. Limited shots in, but crispy shots from Jacko. And the pistol out. The regen through. Gets another, does Jacko. Nice work from him. 9 and 6. It's all kicking off over towards his side of the map as he gets another kill. Him and Rafi. 2 kills on the board. Vortex still just waiting for an opportunity, though, to start to push up the map. They're going to wrap this left. And Jacko's actually going to let a player slip by, and it might actually help him out here because the player double backs up. Jacko gets 2. Last man near is going to be Limited. He's got to go huge on the man on the device. He at least delays it. 1 for him. Can't get the second. Veek's got a big gunfight now. Up against Julian. He can't get more than 1, but the trades come through, and just about Supreme Gold breathe a sigh of relief. And Bolotelli, what a great name. Thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Supreme, though, again, they're going to try and work it down solo side. It worked for them last time. Big kill from Mo. That's a really big opening kill. Can't quite get the device man, though. And it's going to look for another double. The device has been dropped just outside. Paulinho falls. Oh, my God. It's a Carl Walker goal line clearance, if ever you've seen one. But now, here go Vortex up the left side. There's another couple of kills that come through. The device has been dropped. Julian's near. Can he manage to stop the man from dropping it in the zone? No, he can't. Those players, there's too many of them. And that is in their favour. Supreme, 2-1 down. Veek flying through the mid-side of the map. Rafi's now finding himself on 4 in a row as he starts to work himself up a little bit more. Info that Julian's in and around mid, but you've still got a couple of players to deal with. He should go down Rafi, and he does, but the trades surely for Vortex. Oh! Elex gets a second. Mo wigs him for his troubles, though can't quite get any more. And with the device back in mid-map, you're now looking towards the next wave of gunfights. Julian down towards P5. 2 players on the side of Supreme, though, are going to look to try and push their way up the map. And Jacko's going to get caught out. Really nice shots from Elux as he flies up the map. And they are winning gunfight after gunfight. You're looking for at least a trade here. Veek able to get one. That device is working its way up the map, though. And number 4, Rafi, he's at least got some damage in. But here goes the device. The nade stops limited. But the device goes through. Even the hard work of Mo isn't going to be enough. 2-2. Device reset. Shots from Veek. Going to try and extend the timer. Is he going to drop it? Yes, he is. And that will be the first half over. Jesus. What a first map. Thought it was going to be a 4-3 situation with the way the first couple of gunfights went. Here's Paulinho again, straight off of the top rope. So we're tied going into the second half. Again, even though Vortex got that early cap, Supreme Gold, really good job on the counter down towards that B site. Pushing out the lane early, realising that respawn, which can tend to screw a lot of teams up by not reading where that device resets to. Really good work from them. So, as anticipated, a slow opener. Well, it's not slow for Vortex. That's 3 dead. You're looking now towards Julian to try and make the play. He's able to get one. Julian, 1 pump. Not going to go for any more. So the police can just chill on that one. But Rafi's going to mop up 2 Supreme players. They still don't know where he is. Oh, but they do now. Julian's got to be careful. And he goes down. A lot of gunfights going in favour of the team in black here. Go Vortex down that side of the map, and look where number 4 Rafi is. Rafi has made the play. He's pushed up. He's right in the cheeks, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're Vortex. There's one on the line, and there's one over the line, should we say, as they managed to get that cap done. 3-2. Nice shots there coming through from Mo. Gets away with 4 HP and a dream. And a big bit of help coming through from Rafi, and already look at number 2 Jacko. Oof. Big kill from Paulinho. He's got a few more, though, to try and deal with. His teammates are going to help him, and they are going to be nearby. Mo over towards Tank. Not going to quite finalise that kill. But Rafi's got to try and get at least one. Veek with the device is going to be a little bit dead to rights there. But the gunfights go in favour of Jacko. Still got 2 more players behind him. That one should be mopped up, and it is. And now you can see Supreme pushing up the map. But the reads on towards the top side of Plat are perfect here from Julian. He's going to look towards a couple out towards the back. He knows they're here. He's got to try and distract and at least play the... Oh, not quite going to be able to get the second. The device goes down. But now look at number 5, Limited. Can he stay alive? Yes, he can. And on the line again, he pushes it across. 3-3. It is such fine margins in this game at the moment in Overload. Another capture on the board. And Supreme now. They are up the map and they are looking for kills. They want to get a few more. Julian's pushed quite high up. A little bit too high, though, unfortunately. Jacko's going to look to try and get him on the cross. And oh, my God. Again, the device is dropped so close. All they need is a wave of gunfight wins here. And they can get this one across. If you're Vortex, you've got to try and rotate that device out. That's what they're trying to do. But they are going to inadvertently head towards Elux, who is going to push his way in towards that P3. He's going to spot a lot of players over towards Plat. It's going to be a difficult job at the best of times. Julian able to tag Jacko up, who somehow isn't dead. But now look at them go down solos. I'll tell you what, if they just cross and go for this, this one's in. Surely somebody's going to maybe try and make the play. Elux plays it slowly. Nice work from Elux. Really big kill. You've still got Raffi pushed up, though, and I don't think they realise they do now. The pistol in the hands of Julian. Carrying that device is going to be enough. Jacko towards mid-steps is going to be a little bit of a stalemate now. Next gunfights are huge. Big wins. Supreme Gold retain control of the device. Paulinho off the top rope. Are we going to get a bit of deja vu? Still got 2 minutes on the clock here for both teams to try and make a play. And they're playing a little bit of possession on this one, our Supreme Gold, and it's working. Jacko towards AS&D. Got to be careful to keep his head down on that one, and he doesn't. Limited takes it clean off, but V-Cup towards mid is only going to slow it down just a little bit. This gunfight's huge. This gunfight is absolutely everything here. Elux gets one off of that. I thought he was dead, and his teammate Limited helps him out. Last man on the goal line. Oh, it's 3-3, but he gets it across. Limited with another capture, 2 on the board for him. It's now 4-3 to Supreme. What is this map? Every single time it looks like somebody stopped it. Somebody's there to make the play. Elux is completely out of this one, and unfortunately Julian is well and truly in it. He's in the thick of it. He's gone. And that device is through. Raffi over towards New. If you're Supreme Gold, you do not want to see a capitulation now. Big kill from Mo. Stopping that initial progression. Julian just waiting before he pushes onto the device, but he does get spotted. Tags up 1. The trades are coming through. Elux is only able to get 1. And Jacko and Limited going to look to maybe be the team players to pick this up now, but the nade from Jacko is going to stop that again. 4-4. Or the wrap towards mid is not going to be good to him here. Elux, he picks one up. He's going to opt to try and go down the same side, but he's going to run straight in towards Raffi again, who is now going to be weak. But Mo with the shots in towards Paulinho to make that opening pick is going to make it a little bit more difficult. Limited holding the close corner, though. Repositioning. Not going to be able to get more than 1. And now are they going to try and wrap this device out? But Elux gets 3 right at the bitter end. Off he goes. He's running like the wind. Usain Bolt down the left wing. Off he goes. Is he going to get it across? Yes, he is. Supreme Gold. Surely pinch it right at the end of the map. If you're Vortex, you're livid. And that map is done. Supreme Gold. 5-4. Jesus, what a map. They stay alive in this first best of 5. The first stage of the reverse sweep is done. If you look across the scoreboard, Jacko 31 and 22, not exactly a bad effort from him. But look at the kills. They didn't really benefit Supreme. Julian had a good map, but apart from that, they were just able to just stay alive every single time. It looked like Vortex were getting momentum. It just completely got shut down. And it's going to be 2-1. But Elux at the end of it, Jesus. It takes some minerals. It takes some cojones. And that's exactly what they got. Just over the line. There's confirmation of it, guys. Well, we can breathe. Map 4, Scar. Jesus. This is potentially a little bit of a regame map. Supreme are going to be map 1. Sound. Cool. Shout out to the guys for letting us know who's on what side. His Codcaster is fucked. But Jesus, put the replays up for you guys there. That was a map that you did not want to miss. Vortex so close to getting that one and forcing the next best of 5. But it's not done yet. So, map 3, absolute banger. Maps 1 and 2 not necessarily close, but my god, you could have flipped a coin on map 3 as we get ready for map number 4 on Scar. Hard point. Obviously, Scar Search and Destroy went in favour of Vortex, and they looked very, very convincing at it. Relux there. That's the 3-piece that won them the game. It looks as though we are now loading into map number 4, guys. Everyone's in. I will risk it and press the button early. So, are Vortex going to get it on 3-1? Or are we going to see the next phase of the reverse sweep? Supreme Gold, 2-1 down. Obviously, they are the team coming from that winner's bracket. So, they reverse sweep it. They do it all. And they take the money to go. But map 4 is going to be what separates them for now. And already a 3 dead right off the rip here. The Supreme. It's a funny old game, COD. When that momentum shifts, it can absolutely kill teams off. So we're going to have to see what Vortex have got in their locker here. The last time these guys played, it did go to game 5. So it might potentially be an opportunity for another close map. A couple of kills coming through for limited. Early control here if you are Supreme Gold. Mo going to look to try and just make sure that they retain that side of the map. Nice work from Rafi, though, just rotating around towards that blue side. They are going to now subsequently spawn those players out towards the back of green, though, so got to be careful. Nice shots, though, from Mo. 3 in a row for him, 3 in a row for Rafi. As they try and just form a little bit of time, but instantly saying that Julian and Paulinho combined for 3. Maybe the 4th here. No. Mo not going to, or Jacko, sorry, not going to get that one down. So Paulinho, alongside his teammate, going to combine for 4 as they wipe the squad. And everyone now on the side of Vortex is looking to try and headbutt in towards the time. But Veek is going to be the last man standing, courtesy of some pistol shots. Mo holding over towards the top of Motel. Going to get a lot of information and potentially a lot of damage. And they haven't really got a huge number of bodies in towards the bottom side of time here. And as a result of it, Jacko's actually going to find 2 who just cross over. Excuse me. And Limited can't quite play his life around that Jenny area. It's difficult to stay alive on a P2, especially when you've not got a trophy, the headshot multiplier coming through thick and thin, but it's still going to be a lead that Supreme Gold have got, and it should be scrap time that they secure as well. Pump Police are going to be happy with that one, just the one from Julian. And Jacko going to wait for these players to push down towards sandbags, able to pick off one. Vortex, though, can they get up towards the top side of plane to help him on the time? Not going to be soon enough, and Mo's going to get caught out. Oh, able to fry the man on the time, though. Is he going to stay alive for a second? No, he's not. Those gold arrows completely flood them out of time. And now you've got the perfect setup here. Oof, wow. Well, you did, and then Julian just caught an absolute bullet to the brain from the top side, and everyone goes down instantly. Vortex, what a retake there. That plane hill can be so difficult to retake, and Vortex show you how it's done. Beams and ARs is what you need, and that's exactly what happened. Jacko going to try and play his life. The nade, though, pinpoint perfect. Mo going to try and play his life in towards the time. Deja vu every time he soaks up time on that hill as he falls. And now these players looking to try and work the rotation. Jacko, though, just pumping damage in towards a few players. But there is going to be a big gunfight in the back up against the man who basically secured the map here for Supreme on map 3. It's going to be Elux. There's a second for him as he goes on a little bit of a tear. Hunting down another. My God. When this man shoots, Doesn't seem like anyone shoots back. Shots in towards Jacko. Going to weaken him up. The pistol is going to surely... It's going to be his teammate that takes him down, which he's not going to be too grateful for. But he is absolutely whizzing now, is Elux. And it's going to be Supreme Gold back in at the time. Elux looking to try and flood in. 3 HP. Not going to be any more for that one. There's still 30 seconds of time here on this one. A lot of teams opt to try and rotate this one quite early. The movement, though, from Limited going towards the top side. How many can he potentially get? There's going to be a lot of corners to check. Checks the right side and catches some bullets for his troubles. The pinch, though, from Julian. Only going to be good for one. The challenge in towards the time is getting a little bit messy as you've got 10 seconds remaining on it and players that need to try and rotate. Paulino, oh! Makes Mo pay for missing a couple of bullets. Snaps around onto him. And now the P5. Look at the split of players, though, across the map. Supreme Gold, it feels like they are everywhere at the moment. Elux out the back. Number 2, Julian, holding mid. One player is going to be pushing around the back. It's going to be Veek, but he goes down pretty much instantly as Jacko tries to push up the map now for Vortex. The momentum and the control that they've got on the map is everything at the moment. In towards Stitches, Julian tags up a couple of players. Can't quite bag the second, but the damage is through, and you've still got the man anchoring out the back, and the man that is anchoring is going to be that man, Elux. Julian's doing it all over towards plane as well, and if you're Vortex, you've got to try and get some kills on the board at the moment because they are being slammed by 2 players alone. There's another one for Julian, 6 in a row, combining for 10 now with Elux. 17 and 11 for him. Finally, they stop and show the man is human. But that lead now to Supreme Gold looks impeccable. 60 points, 1 hill. Still only going to be the difference, but it's a lot of time that they're going to have to try and claw back here. Nobody currently pushing on the hill. Veek's going to get spotted, and the shots are absolutely crispy from Julian, as you like. Mo going to be trying to play his life towards the top of green, but he gets absolutely eviscerated on that one. And now, Supreme Gold on the time. So Rafi's going to try and play a little bit of a wrap here, but Julian is just so smart to it. Makes the reads, and the trades are looking good. Limited, pushed out towards that heady. Is going to maybe farm a couple of kills. There's a second for Limited as he looks to try and join the boys for the party. There's another one for him. 18 and 13. Anyone that tries to get near the hill is just getting absolutely lasered from Vortex. They're finally back on the time. And more importantly, they've got Veek at the bottom side of New, but he's going to need help, and he's going to need it quickly. Trophy down. Is it going to be the thing that keeps him alive? No, the bullets are going to be good enough for them. And look at where these yellow arrows are pushed up to. They've got control of Motel. Jacko with a big kill, though. Over towards the top. Paulinho's going to get spotted in no man's land as he tries to transition to a new position. And it looks like instantly 4 dead, including poor Mo, who gets shot by his teammate. So it will be Limited. It is going to be the last man down. He falls, and Vortex now in the time. Streak from above. Julian's going to look to try and invest this one early. He's going to get that man out towards blue. He's going to try and get the man out of that backside of time, and that's exactly what he manages to do indeed. Mo, though, still holding strong, and his teammates not winning a huge number of gunfights, but they've still got enough to stay alive on the time. Limited. Absolutely laced there. I assume there were some team shots that came through. And now you look towards the battle of mid-map. A couple of players as Julian backs down. One Paulinho gets made light work of there, courtesy of some team shots. Jacko, though, and V. Got to be careful not to line up a little bit here. Julian almost gets another one. Spots the player deep out the back, the pistol in hand. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. Doesn't matter what gun he's got in his hands. Julian now almost double pos. There goes the head of Rafi. Sayonara, pal. And the time still going in their favour. Are they going to read that Veek's on the pinch, though? 4 players, none of which have dropped, are not going to spin around for this one. Julian goes down 1, 2, 3. Looking for the 4th. Paulinho, pistol! Not quite. But the damage is done. Vortex back on the hill. And that pinch was absolutely everything for them there. Shots in. Mo stands strong. Vortex, even throughout the incredible slaying that Supreme are demonstrating here at the moment, they're still holding on with a deathly grip to the time. It's only going to be 23 points that separates them. Veek with a second again. Veek with a third again as he tries to work the boys back into this map, and it will be down towards this blue rotation that a lot of players are going to be funneling towards here from Vortex. They check the corners, though. In they go. Limited's going to be forced to back towards the outside of blue. He's going to get a little bit of Windus there as he's able to get one, but Jacko has got the spawns. Vortex are in the back. And now you've got some big gunfights here if you're Elux, and even he can't manage to make that one work. Vortex doing the dirty work. They're in the hill. They're blocking the spawns, and it's going to be down to a really good push hit. Pistol's not going to be enough. Julian looking for the trade. Picks off two. Julian's hunting another one in the back here in the form of Raffi. Forced to back up. His teammates are making it work. Raffi still holding strong, but they finally trade him out. We see the flip, and now this is where it starts to get a little bit dangerous here. Both sides looking to try and get over that 200-point mark. Veek still trying to hunt for any sort of scrap time. You could put a net around everyone in the hill, and last man standing will be Raffi. The spawns, though, over towards Newt. Can they catch a couple of players in rotation? There's a couple in towards mid. Julian's gone in towards shop. Vortex progress up the map. And number 2, Julian spawns out, so he's away for the gunfight rotations. Raffi with a big trade. And they do actually manage to isolate. This was the hill that was so good to Supreme last time. And it looks like it's exactly the same again. Limited, just staying down on time. Pre-fires the mid-cut, but he falls as a result of it. And Vortex, in they go. Out the back. Whoa! See ya. Body flies there from Veek into no man's land. And Raffi's got a trophy, which is really going to help them. Veek's got to check this mid-cut pinch, though. He's got help from his teammates, and it doesn't even matter. Jacko's just going to do it all. Vortex now in the driving seat. The slaying has caught up, and this man, Raffi, has been on a tear in the last hill and a bit. 6 in a row now for him. Is he going to check the top side of green? Yes, he is. See you later, Elux. 3 go down. 1-man plane. Is he going to have the beams on this one? Limited's going to tag him up just about. Gets away with his life. He doesn't actually have streaks on here, Raffi, by the looks of it. Oh, but he doesn't need them when he's shooting like that. 235. This is dangerous now. If you're Supreme, you've got to have an impeccable P1 and potentially the start of a P2 to keep this one alive. Raffi off the top slams Elux back into the ground. But Supreme Gold first on the time. Big gunfight coming up. Paulinho just about stays alive, courtesy of some help of his teammate. But keep an eye on Veek. Round he goes. He's able to tag up a couple of players. They're both really weak. All they need is some reinforcement, and it's going to come through again. You got 8 seconds. You got Limited near the time, but his time isn't limited as he's only got 3 seconds. The team have got to go. Vortex are in. Vortex are done. They will force the second best of 5. Jesus. What a map from Vortex. Jacko going to get that kill cam going in the end. Oh my god, Ryan! Thank you very much, buddy. Gua, indeed. What a map. Holy. Holy. See the end there. 250 plays, 200. I'd say the slaying in the start of that one was just all Supreme. But it is going to be Vortex that take it. Oh my god, an abused COD sub as well. What's going on? Suey! Thank you very much, Connor. Thank you very much, Ryan. And obviously Fuse as well, that handsome gentleman earlier who dropped the cheeky prime. Thank you very much, mate. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this one. I can tell you that already. We'll throw up the replays for you guys to see in case you did miss that one. There you go. Kayak, great caster. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate the love. But that is the first best of 5. And now we've got a second best of 5. Say Vortex so slow to the races again in phases of that one. Elux, when he popped off, he was shutting them down. Same with all the boys of Supreme Gold. But when Vortex get going, they just keep stringing hill after hill after hill. So, Vortex take the first best of 5. And now we get to have the vetoes. So we're going to find out what the next set of maps are. Loza, can the boys lock the fuck in, please? Loza, you need to pull them in for a team talk if you need to. They need this second best of 5. If you're in the Vortex camp, you're Bing Chilling. It wasn't a 3-0, but it was damn close. So that map 3 could have gone either way. And now I need to do second best of 5. I'll tell you what, the top div for AEL isn't failing to disappoint. This is where the beamers are, and the beamers are doing it. But obviously, we are now going to have to wait for those vetoes. And Jacko, there he is. The shooter himself. Thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Well played there, Jacko. Well played. Job's not done, though. Job's not done. But what a good performance there from the boys of Vortex. I know Kate's going to be there very happy with that performance. But obviously, we are going to have to wait for the vetoes, guys. So I'll tell you what, if you need to grab a drink, then you need to go now. Go while you can, because you're not going to want to miss any more maps of this one. And now I need to write down for a second best of 5. Be interesting to see what maps we get in this one. Which ones get vetoed. Tell you what, if you're Supreme Gold, you veto Blackheart Hardpoint, and you probably veto Scar Search. Is there a Twitter for this league? There is, mate. Hang on. 2 seconds. Sorry, I am 45 seconds behind. All you beautiful people. Let me see if I can find it. Where is the AEL Twitter? Is it on my tweet? AEL. There it is. Oh, shit. I've just pressed the complete fucking wrong button there. At AME League. There you go. Kayak. There's the league. They've got a Discord in there, so if any of you are watching and you don't know what's going on, feel free to join the server, grab a team. So you've got 10 divisions in there, so they'll find a place for you. They found a place for me, and I'm crap, so they'll find a place for anyone who wants to potentially get involved. We might already have vetoes. No worries, mate, no worries. Anytime, anytime. And now I've got to reset the old Codcaster score because it is now 0-0. Everything to play for. Oh, I'll tell you what. We've got a complete mix-up, which is what I was kind of anticipating. Sent you maps. Thank you very much, Kate. Thank you very much. Just quickly sort out the map graphic while that's going on because I need to quickly update that. Right. Right, guys, I do have the confirmed maps ready to go. Ignore that logo on map 2, because as much as Kate would love it, they haven't won map 2. Right, let me just check to see if they're keeping these sides. But we've got double dent, scar, exposure, scar. That is going to be our map set for the second best of 5. And I'll quickly update the, what was it? It is now a second best of 5. I will quickly update. So guys, back to 0-0. Second best of 5. It's up there. We're ready to do it all again. Vortex, they got the first maps done, and now we go in towards our second rotation. I believe everyone's on the right side. I did ask the guys who's on the right side, and I think I've got... They're on the wrong way round. Bloody hell. Okay, they must have swapped. Well, apologies, guys. The colours are the wrong way round, but the team names should be the right way round. So ignore the colours of the arrows. It's going to be Supreme Gold that are black, and Vortex going to be the other colour, and it's going to be the guys of Supreme Gold that are looking to try and hit a bit of a regain here off the back of a dent. And already you're looking at a couple of kills coming through from Rafi. Really good first best of 5 from him and the boys. And they're going to look to try and get this one going straight off the rip here as they look to try and push through. Supreme still holding strong on the P1. And they've still got quite a sizable chunk of time here. Julian's just going to be trying to provide some overwatch for his mate, but he has been tagged up very, very sufficiently as he backs up into a little cubby corner, but does get spotted while doing so. Big gunfight in the back though, and Rafi going to look to try and block the spawn. Spots Elux as well, tags him up, but the team shots from Limited look good. And now in go Vortex straight on towards the time. Paulinho tags up another player, looking for the second. Oh! How'd you like them apples? Rafi though replies straight away with 2. Mo's going to get tagged up through the gunfire there. Julian can't quite get a kill across the line, but he does make a couple of players weaker now in through the door. Goes a couple of players from Supreme. Paulinho not going to get anything going in that instance. And they're looking to try and push out instantly here. There's still 25 seconds of time, though, and this is really important time. Limited's going to look to try and be the hammer straight through the front. There's going to be a lot of players lining up for him. Limited, in he goes, but the kill feed lights up in favor of Vortex. And now, with a little bit of a cushion and an opportunity to maybe get some initial kills on the rotation, it's going to be really important to them now. Supreme got a little bit of a split now. You can see that number 1 in Elux is being forced to back up. There's a big kill from him just to try and determine where the boys are spawning from. But again, you've got another bit of a sandwich here. Nice shots coming through from Elux. Julian, Elux combining for 3. Combining, oh, almost for the 4th. But you've still got around a 40-second deficit here, and it looks as though Vortex are going to try and get their way back on the time. Nothing's going to happen. Veek, he's watching all of the boys fall around him. He's able to pick off one. The pistol out, can't quite grab any more. And it's scrap time that Supreme Gold are really going to need here. Elux and Limited, well, was Limited. Elux is burst in towards the new side of time here. And this is a really big opportunity for time. But 2 players so far away. They're going to try and push through the back of time. And they don't have the numbers here. So you've got to look at the crossfire from Elux and Julian. They've got to do it all. Can they at least grab a couple? His teammate Elux goes down courtesy of the nade. Going to try and lay prone. The pistol isn't going to be the ideal gun for it. And it's going to just grant Vortex an opportunity straight back in the time. Veek is going to absolutely wig Elux there as he tries to help the boys out once again. Limited towards the outside of tiles. Nothing more will come from that. They're going to look to try and cut off the reinforcements. Rafi's going to be forced to back up inside the time. Julian's going to fly towards the Chow, but Rafi going to make light work of him. Oh, that's a Chow. And if you look at Rafi at the moment, 16 and 6 from the man. He wants this second best of 5 done in 3 maps. Vortex still going strong. That scrap time again, just going to be important. And those rotational gunfights even more. P1's ready to go. A little bit of information over towards the whereabouts of Julian. Wow. No wonder Rafi's 17 and 8 when he's shooting like that. Holy hand grenade. Elux is going to be spotted, though, trying to make the wrap, so that's going to be shut down instantly. They're pushing towards couches. It's going to be shut down by Veek. So, again, Supreme are going to find themselves on the back foot a little bit here. The trophy down on towards the hill is going to be really useful for them. Rafi commanding this side of the map. Anyone who chows him, it looks as though it's going to be the same outcome, but this time Elux able to make the trade. The double chow towards mid looks really nice and really clean, actually, from Supreme. Mo, opening gunfight win. Over towards the top side of Broken, though, is going to be difficult. And the nade is just going to back him up. And now here come the Vortex. Veek, tip of the spear. In he goes. Back on the time. Elux is going to tag him up as he's forced to back up. But keep an eye on Limited. Over towards that Broken side. He should be able to catch a couple of players out. There's the first for him. Opts just to dip out as well. And now Jacko out the back. Got to dig his feet in here. There's going to be a few players hunting for him. Can't make that one work. And now Mo's going to be screaming that everyone is here with him. Somehow he's still alive. He's finally gone, though. Rafi over towards the top of time. Tags up one. Tags up the second. And across his teammate there. Able to try and get that kill. Makes it work. And now a little bit of a lead and an opportunity. Veek absolutely eviscerated there with a headshot multiplier. The spawn still out the back, though. And now Limited. He goes down. Elux going to try and wrap the back again once more. Difficult gunfight to win. Rafi's been spotted. The nade from Mo is the one that actually takes him down. And that is a really, really clean hold so far of the P2. If you're Vortex now, you're looking very good for your money here. One. Oh, Limited can't quite get the second. Julian looks to try and make recompense, but nothing comes of it. And that is a hell of a hill from Vortex. And that is now a sizable margin. The biggest that we've seen so far on the map. Good trade from Elux. An important one as well. You see that Jacko's ready in towards the time, though. Veek's going to get a nade in towards 10. The damage, though, is going to be the all-important thing. Jacko, Mo, combining for 3. Veek joins in. There's another one. Limited for 2. Isn't going to quite be enough. And you look at the spawns out now. They're pretty much ready for new. So the onus is going to be down on towards Supreme Gold. You've got to try and push through the time. Flip these spawns once again. It looks like that might just happen. And it will. Elux does the dirty work. Pushes out the back. The spawns come in. And now, Vortex, the momentum is still back with them. Shots in again. Nice work from Elux. Can he combine for another 3-piece? Yes, he can. The man in the golden hour again for them. Just about keeps their hopes alive for now. But they've got to win the rotational gunfights. Paulinho, that's a big one. Supreme. They can't afford to give any time, really. Because otherwise, Vortex will get past that 200 mark. And then it becomes so difficult. Nice nade, though, from Paulinho. Going to keep his head down. Elux watching the outside of time. Jacko's going to absolutely whiz him, though, in that one. And the spawn is in the back. And the pinch comes through. Everyone from Supreme Gold is gone, apart from Limited, who's near. But he's going to have so many difficult gunfights to get anywhere close to it. Veek pushes up. But the window is actually going to be his demise as he falls. And as Rafi and the boys try and push this out, push the lead out again to what it was, it's going to be Vortex that fall once more, but they're back on the time. Mo's going to be soaking it up. You've got look across the board at the time. Rafi doing it all, 25 and 15 with 90 seconds pretty much on the time. And now they just got to try and cut off the reinforcements here, but Vortex have just got such an opportunity. Julian's going to get tagged up and dropped. Limited. How many can he get? No more than just a couple of shots in, and Jacko's mopping up the floor. Everyone from the side of Supreme Gold drops. And unfortunately, the hopes here of Supreme are withering away here. It's going to be so hard for them to get on towards the time. Limited, he goes down. So does Paulinho. That is 3 dead yet again. Last one is going to be the man holding mid. Oh my god, we've seen a player just dip. Don't know what's happened there, but they've had enough of that map, apparently. It's 240 now, plays 98. This might be an absolute clubbing if they're not careful here, because one of the boys has gone. I believe it's Julian. I don't know whether it's a connection that he's had. Maybe an issue with that one, but Jesus, well, that is a statement again from Vortex. 250, 98. Holy. Ignore that. It will say Supreme 1. They didn't. The name's the wrong way round. But my God. What a map there. Vortex are well and truly with the wind in their sails. Veek 32 and 21. Kind of fell under the radar a little bit there with how they were shooting on that one. I say Rafi was getting a lot of the plaudits at the start of that map, but my God, he ended it. Jesus, 32 and 21 looks very good on him indeed. And it will be 1-0 to the Vortex. So it was 250, 98. Jesus. I don't know what quite happened there with Julian, but what we do know is that Vortex, if you're a betting man now, they look like the bet. Oh, hang on. I want to make sure I've got the guys on the right side this time. Sorry, boys. Sorry. If they're in the stream, sorry. Podcast, it doesn't work. Vortex 1-0 up. That's social. Recent. Oh. So there's confirmation of it, guys. We stay on Den for map 2. It is going to be Vortex in the driving seat. The slaying power of the Vortex roster is well and truly there. So, yeah. Gave Rafi some pointers last night. I tell you what, Bart, they worked, mate. They worked. Give him some more. Give him some more. Man, well, Vortex got knocked to the losers bracket, but they are swinging at the moment. Just waiting on Julian to get back on the right side, and then we should be good to go for map 2, guys. Den, search, and destroy. I say, don't count gold out. There's a reason they're in grand finals, and we did see a little bit of a glimpse of it, especially in the early stages of, I say, map 1 of the first best of 5. Obviously, the exposure overload, they were getting outslain, but the fundamentals were there, which meant they were able to get that one over the line. And then you look at that map 4 when they had, again, another good start, but Vortex just seemed to have the ability to just ramp it up when they want. And that's why they are kind of your prime bet at the moment for this grand final. At least in terms of that momentum, it looks very, very good for Vortex. They shout out their players. They are shooting. And if they can keep the likes of Elux quiet, which they have struggled to do at times, but they've done it pretty consistently, they look very, very good for this one. But we slow it down on a Den, search, and destroy. Obviously, the first best of 5, we didn't see any snipers on that scar search, so we'll have to wait and see if we see something like it on this one. But Vortex 1-0 up as we get ready in towards map number 2. And it is going to be a Den, search, and destroy. And it's going to be a lot of information there for Veek, who says, nope, I am out. As he sees pretty much every bloke in their Amster. Julian manages to get a lot of control. It's a big gunfight. Oh, Jacko. What we were. Didn't think he was going to win that one. But he proved me wrong. The movement was on point, the shots were on point, and the first blood is there. Paulinho has got a lot of control here. Oh, he gets away as well. Jacko shots, though, to take down Rafi. Elux has got to be careful not to drop this bomb in a bit of a precarious spot. Paulinho gets a pick. And now it's all on Limited versus Jacko. 1v1 in the opening round. Jacko. He's gone. He's making a rap of raps here. Bomb retrieved. Limited. Is he going to get a hunch that this player might have rapped? He's seen nothing in the back here. But with 28 seconds left. Oh, he might get some good timing on this. The patience. He's... Oh, Jacko. How quick was he to peek that? It's going to give him an opportunity, though, to get this bomb down at B. So nice work from Limited. Shots in. Straight over towards the B site he goes. 1v1. And he's going to try and play this over towards that locker's side. Jacko on the hunt. Got no idea where he is, though. Still looking for the player. Are they going to headbutt over towards that locker's side? Is Jacko going to get the information? Because Limited, all he's got to do is peek bomb. Oh, there we go. There's the info. Is Jacko just going to hunt him down in mid? He's going to try it here, but is he going to make the read that he's over towards top broken? Limited again, spots him. He's playing it so carefully, so smartly. All he's got to do is, yep, you're not on it. He does spot him. Yep. Yep. Dead. Nice play. That is absolutely perfect there from Limited. And a round on the board for Supreme Gold. Take some proper cojones in those situations, and that's exactly what Limited has managed to produce there. Playing it smart, shouldering absolutely everything, playing all off the info. First round on the board for Supreme. So, let's see what Vortex have to offer in this offensive round. And no snipers. Looks as though it is going to be a B push. And Elux is going to play for that info, and he's going to get it. Oh, but Julian's going to get it as well in the form of bullets. And there's another first blood this time. Raffi able to get that one across the line. Makes the round a little bit easier for Vortex. This bomb's going down instantly. They're going to try and... Oh, no, sorry, it's not. Oh, what a pick onto Raffi. 3v3. Info. Oh, Veek might be able to line up a couple. He's tagged up Limited, chases him with a pistol, and Veek's good for 2. Paulinho now needs the 1v3. You'd anticipate this bomb's going to go down, and it is. And now he's going to try and make the wrap, but Veek, the immovable object, ready and waiting, and he wigs him there. 3 in the round for Veek. Vortex, 1 apiece. And Veek was everything in that round for him. It's his dojo, apparently. So, good start from Supreme. First round on the board, but Vortex clap back straight away. Courtesy of this man on your screen, Veek. No, he's going to see absolutely nothing here, which is probably good for him. Oh, there's the sniper. Jacko's got the boomstick out. Is he going to hunt down another? Woohoo! Oh. Julian's playing with fire here. Oh, I'll tell you what. No, he's not. He's playing with hand grenades, and he's absolutely laced another one. My God, Julian on the charge. Wow. Well, that was a very convincing round from Supreme Gold. The first blood came through from Jacko, and it went all downhill from that point. The nade was absolutely perfect. I assume there was no flak jacket because I didn't see any bullets going in. The nade just literally clocked him out. And an instant reply from Supreme Gold. Julian there with the plays. Frag out. Probably realised there was another player weak and just absolutely flew at it. Ooh. And now Julian's decided to get the oh, he's absolutely teased us there. That's criminal from him. But now this man, he's still got the sniper out. Got to be careful with his teammate not to peek this when he decides to pull the trigger. And he's going to opt to try and switch back. He's got enough time to do it, so that's what he does. And now the smoke going in towards that tin area. A lot of nades going to get baited out into tin. No damage currently, though. Paulinho. Whoa. Elux is in tin here. He's got to be careful. You'd anticipate that somebody's going to try and chow this. There's a lot of bullets going through. Veek's finally going to get wallbanged, though, I think, courtesy of the shots from Elux. He manages to catch him out, but now they're going to actually tag Jacko up on the outside of the wall run, and they manage to drop him. Everyone falling. Oh, my God, and that's a really clean bit of work there from Supreme Gold. You had a standoff for what felt like an absolute eternity. And then as soon as the green light was given, the boys flew in, and they made impeccable work of that. And Skins Cod with the follow. Thank you very much, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you guys are hopping on board with us, we're in our second best of 5 here. In our Div 3, which is the top Div of AEL Grand Final. Over a grand on the line. All the grand. Now, Elux and Julian combining for 6 with Limited makes it 7. And already a lot of control going to be had on that site. Jacko and Rafi forced to back up. The bomb in the hand of Julian. They've baited out quite a lot of info. And quite a lot of grenades to go with it. Limited going to get tagged up. Oh, and Mo's been spotted over towards top broken, but Elux might be so useful here. Oh, well, he's got to try and get away now. He's going to be tagged up. He's got to be careful. His teammates have got to look over him. One man that's going to have to do it is going to be Limited. Somebody's surely going to slide to Outer. Jacko's going to get caught. Oh, Julian makes the trade. But now the next gunfight is probably everything in this round. 3v3, 3v2. The nade from Mo lands pucker in Julian's face. Veek's going to shoulder the outer side of the time. But he gets taken down. Elux, the shots are good. He's playing his life. The chow comes through. And it's going to be that man Mo with the final kill. Vortex. Reduce that lead back down to 1. And Mo just waited patiently in mid-map for so long. But he traded the first. Bagged the second. And nice work from Mo. Sees it 3-2. Still to Supreme. But an important round. Rafi having a bit of a quiet one by his standards from what we've seen so far from that man. We'll see if he can get anything else going on this one. He's going to be the man. Well, he's not now. Veek's he's cold-shouldered it to Veek. I was going to say he had the bomb in hand, but he doesn't now. Going to be smokes. Ooh, and I saw a glint there. I saw a little something. Oh, got to be careful. They pushed right up here. Jacko's right in the grill of them. Is this nade good? It is. Oh my God, that nade's going to weaken them up. Is he going to go? Yes, he is. Like a lad with a tennis ball. Off he goes. And Veek's able to pick off 2. The man on the bomb. Veek, can he stay alive? Opts for the rechow. Paulinho works him out. Mo now with it. Oh! Limited takes him down with some crispy shots. But he's weak. Gets the info, and the shots are so good from Limited. 2-piece and a biscuit, absolutely. Supreme Gold, 4-2. Big round on the board. Big kills from Limited. Took Mo out. The regen came through. Rafi went for the chow. But just couldn't get it over the line, and Limited's going to be able to give those boys another round. You feel if Rafi can just pick it up ever so slightly here for Vortex, you've got a completely different map. So Julian, alongside the team, going to find the info. Veek backs up, and this is the strat that they opt to try and play quite commonly by the looks of it, the Vortex. As soon as they get the info, Mo's going to back up and try and play some damage. Julian, though, has got himself over towards that side, and he's able to tag him up. 1 for Julian. Gets out with his life as well. Absolutely impeccable from him. Bomb goes down, but so too does Veek. That is not ideal with your Vortex. It's now a 2v4. You've got to retake the site here. There's going to be one man in Paulinho, and he's ready to chef whoever comes through this doorway. Might be at least one. Woo. Yoink. There's one. Yoink. There's the second. Doesn't even need bullets. Give him a knife. And he's absolutely cut them apart. Supreme Gold, 5-2. Close proximity is all that Paulinho needs. There's the first. Over the bullet of Jacko. And like a prime Achilles in the film of Troy. Over the top. Knife in the shoulder. And now, Supreme Gold on the precipice of tying this series up again, which is in the second best of 5 again, remember. So, opening picks. There's a lot of info here. Oh, the wide swing's not going to be good to Rafi. And his struggles and his woes will continue as a result. First blood on the board. The next kill has to be Vortex's, but it's not. Julian gets one. There's a big gunfight going over towards the backside of Dojo, though. Veek wins it. Oh! And now it's a 1v1. Elux versus Veek. Veek to try and keep the boys' hopes alive in this one. Cat and mouse. As we've seen a couple of rounds already. Oh, does Veek get the info? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's surely dead to rights. He's spotted. He's dropped. And that is Supreme Gold with a map on the board. A very convincing one. 6-2 to Supreme Gold. And they will now tie it up. 1 map apiece. Say Rafi struggled in that one, but Paulinho 9 and 6, limited double positive. That was absolutely clinical from them there. And the damage from Paulinho as well, almost 1600 from the man. So it will be 1 apiece. Some replays there for you guys in case you did miss any of it. Apologies to the guys. I've got to dip out and sort out the fucking Codcaster again because it's just working. Sorry, guys. Sorry. If they do watch the VOD back, sorry. Sorry. Wish I didn't have to do this, man. So annoying. Right. 1 apiece. Hopefully they kept the sides. And we should be able to go social. Ooh. Social. Recent. Limited. Join. Well, there you go. Really convincing map from Supreme Gold. You are happy with that one. And confirmation of it there, guys. Map 1, 250 to 98. A complete bang out by Vortex. But that is what Search and Destroy can give a team. 6-2 in response from Supreme. And they looked very, very good on that map. As we get ready for a Scar Overload. Obviously, the last Overload map that we had in the first Best of 5 Expo ended 5-4. So hopefully we can get another really good map here from both of these teams. And we'll see if those players want to try and do what the common theme tends to be on Scar. Get pushed up. Just Overload in general, really. Get pushed up the map. Look for those spawn kills if you can get them. And we are now loading into map number 2. But 1 map apiece. This is anyone's game at the moment. Couldn't make an even chance at making a call on this one. The way these two guys have been going, you can't make a bet. Because now that momentum maybe just swings back in favour of Supreme. But we will have to see how map number 3 unfolds. Supreme. Really good map 2. Can they keep it going? That's the main question. So, Scar Overload. Going to be the arena for what could be a really, really big swing in either side's favour. Oh, there's a nice little Semtex there from Veek just to put it in the back pocket of Julian right off the rip. But you're going to look towards the pacing of both of these teams, the aggression that they're able to put straight out the gates. And it looks as though it's going to be those boys on Vortex. They are up and they are at it. Julian tucked inside the corner. Oh, there's a smoke. Oh, no. Well, that's not ideal. I don't know whether we're going to see a reset here, but somebody's trying to smoke, or we're just going to keep playing on. Looks as though we're going to keep playing on. I hope it doesn't get scrubbed. We'll make thoughts and prayers in the chat that it's not going to get scrubbed, and we'll just pretend that that one never happened, because it is still 0-0. So, no capture on the board. And Supreme Gold, they are going up the map, and they are going quickly. Rafi's got to really get this kill here. Oh, he's going to give it up. He's not even going to try it. And it is going to be 1 to Supreme. Elux already straight out the gates very, very quickly. 5 and 1 from him. 3 in a row And that device resetting over towards that plane side. Eloc's going to try and play his life. Not going to be able to. One for Paulinho. Hunting for a second. That's a chow. That's a very confident chow. Not going to get it. Nice re-chow there. Oh, wow. Shots from Limited are good. And now here come the Vortex. Paulinho towards the top side of blue is eviscerated. 4 dead. Down they go. Ball reset is now in place as it's 1 apiece. And look at the spawns. Mo is just like, yes, please, boys. Fish in a barrel. Oh, we'll have some of that good stuff. Elux is trying to play his life. He's able to get one. But again, look at the device. And instantly, Vortex, they are just straight in the grills here of Supreme. Round and round goes Jacko, hunting for some kills. Ball reset in mid. Going to try and snap onto Rafi. Nothing comes of it. And Mo is having a map so far. 10 and 4 from him. Spots Elux, tags him up, doesn't get the kill. There's going to be another man in towards that shop area. So a little bit of control now here. The Supreme goal to maybe work it up the left side of the map. Jacko falls. Up go the gold arrows here of Supreme. And they're going to try and maybe get a couple more respawners. Veek, nothing he can do about that one. They're trying to get it. Oh! He was trying to get it up further up the map, but nothing comes of it. But it will for the second time of asking Julian with the capture. And now the reset over towards plane. You can see the aggression. Julian, that player must have been weak because holy. And now you can just see the Vortex are just trying to open stuff up the map here. Just trading those players out. And Limited's going to get tagged. And a little bit of information is going to come through there. Unfortunately there, Rafi is going to catch Julian. Pretty much looking in the complete wrong direction. But nice nade there from Jacko. He's going to open up that side of the map. And the gunfight wins are coming through here for Vortex yet again. They might have the same bit of luck that they had before. Jacko going to try and play his life here. He's not going to be able to do it. And now Julian's going to pick the device and try and run with it. But he's going to run straight into the armada of Vortex players that are ready and waiting for them. They seem to like the plain side of the map here to Vortex. They're just waiting for somebody to give them something to work with. And there's the head of one player in Elux. And he's gone. Everyone dropping. Last man near the device is going to be Paulinho. That's a really big kill, though, just to try and delay the push. If he was able to get that second kill, it would have completely nullified the attack. It looks as though they're just going to try and work something in towards mid as Rafi retrieves the device again and maybe looks to try and wrap it left once more. You can see what Vortex are consistently trying to do on their offenses here. But the chow straight in from Veek. Absolutely none of it. The pinch, though. Or is the pinch going to be world's worst timing? No, it's not. Jacko's still holding mid, but 2 players fall over towards plane. He's going to get spotted. Oh! Wow. Well, there's some beams. Oh, my God. If he won that second one, that would have been absolutely criminal. Looking to try and make the movement work, but Mo shuts Julian down. But there's an opportunity now to try and push down this side of the map over towards this P2 area. Ooh, a little bit windy, but his teammate helps him out in that situation there, does Veek. And now up go Vortex once again. Nice team shots. Paulinho absolutely mops up Veek, courtesy of some help with Julian. You can see what Vortex are doing. They're just trying to retain the device while making progress, but unfortunately they dropped it in a position that makes it really difficult. And that's not what you want to see. Oh, and Veek's gone top green. He can't get out. Can he get out the back? Oh, Veek gets 3. He chews through all of them right when they were about to get the capture through. That is massive from Veek. The trade from Elux, though, is good. But with 9 seconds, you've still got a potential for overtime. Paulinho tries to push up the map, but the device is gone. If Mo gets through, he shouldn't surely get through here. He doesn't. Whoa. Breathe. It's halftime. Oh my God. For a second there, I thought that it was all going to go horribly, horribly wrong for Veek, but we're going to see the route he takes. The stun that just slows those players down. Flips towards the top side, and look at the absolute chewing that he does on the backsides of them players. Jesus. Well, Veek, 17 and 12. With arguably the play of the map. Oh, Jazz with the raid. Thank you very much, Jazz. For all of those hopping on the Jazzabella raid, we're here in the Div 3 Grand Final. And tell you what a hell of a Grand Final it's been so far. Vortex took the first best of 5 from the losers bracket run that they had. And now we've got a second best of 5, which is currently sat at 1 apiece. And you've just missed an absolute 3-piece from Veek. Could potentially be a little bit of a a fine margin that keeps Vortex in with a shout of this map and maybe even help them take it. Hope your stream was well, though, Jazz. What did you do? What did you do? Paulinho in towards P1. Shots into Mo. Just going to back him down. Needs a little bit of help from his friends. Shout out the Beatles. But it will be 2 that fall on the side of Vortex. Oh, big kill from Jacko. You didn't want to drop 3 in that position. The device still down in mid. And now the chow for Mo. Mo just about stays alive. And Bow with the follow. Thank you very much, buddy. We love all the peaches around it. Device is going straight down this side of the map here. I'll tell you what, Mo's got to go big. It's actually going to be Jacko that helps him out. And that device drops over towards plane. But you can see, though, the ARs and the SMG of Elux going to be here already. That's a jump chow. And that's a good nade, actually, from Elux. Weakens up a few players. Got to try and play his life. He needs help here. They do finally stop him. And number 2 and Julian should push up to the power position that is that heady on towards plane. And 2 fall on the side of Vortex again. So you've got to be careful. They've just got to try and be careful with their lives here. I'll tell you what, one man that doesn't need to be careful is this man, Veek, because he is frying at the moment. There's another one for Veek. 3 in quick succession. 4 in a row. Up the map. Go Vortex. The cut-offs are going to be everything now for them, though. In towards ditch go a few players, and the kill feed lights up black. That is not ideal if you're Supreme Gold. Everyone going to try and push up to try and stop the ball, and that's exactly what they managed to just about do. But Veek just won't die. He's still alive. Someone kill this man. Oh, almost got another one there. Rafi off the top should mop up that player. We won a league game finally. Let's get it, Jazz. You love to see it. Well done. Mo out the back will be dealt with. But now we're going to see the streak from Julian. Everyone should funnel in towards blue. Oh, I'll tell you what, Mo's taken the chow. We switched off just to watch it. But now this is the difficulty. They've got to try and get out to this position. The top heady, though. Is it going to be position that's good? No, it's not. Oh, the device is dropped. Oh, Elux gets it. No, he hasn't picked it up. What's going on? They're going to try and gallop towards the point now. Veek, can you get the shots in? No, you can't. You fall as well. Oh, my God. That would have been an outrageous kill if he got that one, Julian. And we breathe for a split second. Elux with the device. The pistol isn't going to be enough, but his teammate helps him out. But that point is massive for Supreme. I think we're going to see another streak, this time from Veek. Here we go. How many can you get? Streak comes down. Everyone in the side of Supreme going to try and get in. Oh, it's gone in towards the top side of green, so it's going to make it a little bit easier. They've not really done much with the device, though. That device obviously sat over towards plane. Now they're going to look to try and wrap it left. A couple of players dropping out the back. Julian's going to get spotted. Next gunfight's a huge. Big win there from Rafi. Hunting for another one. Paulinho out the back. You're looking for a chow. You're looking for a bait. He's going to be the man that swings around. The device hasn't gone through here. They've dropped it again. And unfortunately, they're just trying to play his life. He just wasn't able to get it over the line, and Julian's going to pick this and maybe try and wrap it left again for them. Veek. Here he goes. Elux gets 3. Oh, no, this isn't good. Veek's got to do everything. The pistol's going to be enough to take down the first man. Ooh, a little bit of ring around. Not going to get it done. The players off spawn now. Are they going to bottleneck? Vortex, I've got to be so careful. Everyone's gone. Surely this is the nail in the coffin of Vortex in map 3. It's going to go through. 4 plays 2. Elux on a 6. And now this man who's entered flow state a few times here on this map at 35 and 23 is looking to try and push his team in the lead here in this series. Another kill comes through. 7 in a row for Elux. He's challenging every... Oh, wow. Look for another. Oh, my God. That would have been horrendous if he got that third. And now with 30 seconds left, it looks a bit doom and gloom here. They've got to get this cap and they've got to get it quick. But Julian finds another 2 out towards the back. But the device is pushing up. The streak's coming through. They get the cap. Just about. But Elux catches 3 with the streak. And now they've got to try and pick this device up instantly off respawn. Hello. Opportunity. They need to win the gunfights, though. Limited. That's a huge kill. They try and wrap the device over towards plane to the safe side. That man in Mo, he's going to fall. Veek goes down as well. Everyone falls. This is going to be a final cap, surely, for the side of Supreme. Everyone's falling by the wayside. In it goes. 5-3. Supreme take the map. And now they are 1 away from taking the series and taking the division. But my God. What a map again. Every single map so far has just been phenomenal. 42 and 25, by the way. I would say div lock him, but this is the highest div. So, yeah, Elux. Just doing it all. Show you guys the replays of that one in case you did miss it. Jesus. I'm going to quickly change the score again while you guys sort out map number 4. We are guaranteed map 4, guys. It's just going to be an Expo hardpoint. And Supreme Gold 1 map away. Vortex have to push it the distance now. Prediction might be right. It might be, Kate. You know, if it goes game 5, it's going to be doing all the prayers. There you go, guys. Just confirmation of it. 5-3 going into Expo. Map number 4. Supreme take the title. If they take this map, Vortex have to force the game 5. They have to force the Scar Search now. But they've got to start it on an Expo. And I'll tell you what, if they don't keep Elux quiet, it might be same old. He's been the man that has just produced moments of magic for them. Say across the board, though, you look at Julian, Paulinho, Limited. They've all had moments in this series where you just think if they're able to click all together as a fort, Vortex are going to have to bring their absolute A game. So map 4 underway. The second hard point. The 4th hard point in both best of 5s combined. And that is a really nice kill feed if you are fans of the Golden Boys. Supreme Gold. Instant set of kills. Instant set of mid-map control. Julian with the AR going to look to try and hold down that mid-cut area. Get some info. Oh, wow, Veek, though. Just flying at him. They are some players on display at the moment across both sides. The pace that they play with sometimes on this game. Just absolute insanity, and the shots to go with it. Jacko going to be the first man over towards P2. Looking to try and just play ready, but Limited is smart to it. He's locked in, and Veek now going to look to try and wig a few players. There's the first for him. The trade, though, is instant from Elux. And it's going to be Supreme Gold on the initial time. Vortex got to be careful. There is an instant pinch. Nice pick there from Elux. But now, this is the man that's going to have to make the play. Rafi with the first. And his teammates actually help him combine for a second. But they've still got 2 players over towards that solar side. Nice work again from Rafi. At least takes the man off the time. But Elux, 5 in a row for him. Is he going to do what he's done quite a few times in this series? And just work his way up to streaks. 5 in a row. Looking for the 6th. Whoa! Rafi over the top of the barrel of the tank just to be able to get the headshot multiplier through on that one. Veek flies in. He goes down. Julian manages to mop up a second. Can he get a third as well? Nice work from Julian. 3 in a row, combining for 5 with Paulinho. And Supreme Gold, every single hill so far, they've been ready to rotate. They've been the first to the time. And it's going to get messy towards the front side of the hill. There's the first pick that comes through for Limited. Looking for the second onto Rafi, but the pinch out the back might be really good for Veek. Here he is. 1 on the board in the time they go. Veek looking for a second, maybe a potential third as well if he can stay alive. He's not going to be challenged by any more players. Oh, and a little bit of a rechal out the back. Ooh! Oh, God! Well, the pistol's not the ideal gunfight for that one, but Rafi makes him pay. Courtesy of a springboard out the back of the time. But Supreme Gold, they get back in. And now they look to try and push this lane up. Oh my God, Limited died quickly. I think it was a nade there that made him weak. Julian's going to try and just play his time here. and wait for the chow towards the top side of hill. Veek doing a really good job underneath, able to pick off one. Limited makes the trade, but you've still got this man in the hill who's not moving. Pistol's not going to be enough. Big one-on-one inside the time, and it's going to be Mo able to pick off 2 in that phase. Paulinho goes for the same chow, but it's going to be the same outcome this time for him. And it's going to actually be Vortex out the back of Newt. There you go. Hot potato straight in the face of Veek. First gunfight comes through. Paulinho wins one as well. Jacko's got a really good opportunity to maybe play his life in the back. He falls. Raffi now going to try and just stiff it up a little bit. AR in hand. Wait for the gunfights to come to him, and it's really going to benefit his team here. But he doesn't realise that Julian's played the slow game. Julian with the first. Can't quite get the second. But what he does do is block the close spawns. Raffi, though, spawning over towards the left side. Surely going to manage to spot him, and that's a very yellow kill feed. Raffi able to get 2, but it's not going to be enough. Supreme Gold back inside the time. You've got a lot of gunfights going on across the map here. Raffi's going to get spotted and taken down. You've got Veek over towards the new side of hill, though. He's going to play the long game yet again. Just waiting for the chows. There's going to be a couple of players. I say a couple. There's going to be 3 looking to try and fly him here. Veek only good for 1. At least push some damage in. And there is an opportunity to pinch now to these 2 players. Raffi, how many can you get? Maybe some fish in a barrel for him. Jacko's able to pick off 1. Vortex get back on the time. And that is 3 dead, leaving last man Paulinho anywhere near. They've got the man blocking top ring. So everyone's going to come from Zig's side, and that's exactly how they're going to try and play this here. Raffi trying to lock down his lane. There's going to be a few players and a few gunfights ready for him, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to win that one, and Limited picks them off as well. Supreme Gold, absolutely beautiful play on towards the time, and they managed to just pick apart absolutely everything. Raffi trying to dig his heels in. A trophy down. Not necessarily going to be the most ideal timing of it, though, but they get caught out towards the bottom side of ring. There's one. Jacko with a really good trade. But that time is going to go in favour of Supreme Gold. It's going to be around 20 seconds as we get ready. Jesus, Vig's so high up in the air. I didn't even know you could jump that high. And now the pinch comes through. Mo looking for more. His teammate actually helps him out with Raffi. So on the P1 time is going to be Vortex. But the nades are going to be important here. I don't think he's got a trophy on time. Veek's got to make it happen. Veek 1. Oh, can't quite get the second, but the chow surely comes through from Jacko. Here you go, Vortex. Starting to ramp up a little bit. We've seen it throughout the series in the first best of 5, in the first map of the second best of 5. When they get training hills together, they do not stop. 1 kill, 2 kill. There's a third potentially waiting down towards P5 here if they're quick for it. They manage to spot that player, and Raffi drops the third. It's another 4 dead for Vortex. And that should be scrap time that looks very good to them. Trophy on the time. The Serpents look to try and surround the people on the hill. Limited goes down. Elux slowed down a little bit now, but you can see it across the board, even in both teams. The slaying pretty consistent. No real standout player as of yet. Paulinho only a couple positive, but Raffi's making a good case for himself as he goes 3 positive now. Trying to play his life on the time here. The comms that they're going to be weak are surely going to be there. Paulinho's on the hunt for anyone that he can see, and he can't spot a single soul as he gets shot in the back. Vortex punching through once again. You can't afford to keep doing this now if you're Supreme. They've rotated well, but the holds haven't been great. And Vortex at the moment, they are a finely sharpened spear, but there you go. There's the response. Limited. Big couple of kills coming through from that man. The trophy going to stop his tacticals from finding more information, but the damage just going to be withheld for now. They're going to try and fly at him, and it's going to work. Paulinho, though, finds 2 over towards the top side of Solars. Elux looks for the trade. Scrap time goes in their favour, but what doesn't go in their favour is the spawns. Vortex are ready to go for Newt, and these next gunfights are going to be really important. Mo's got to try and play his life, but there's going to be a few players looking to try and flood him out. He's got a little bit of help here, but Veek falls, and now Mo has it all to do. Everyone on the side of Supreme Gold just gallops towards the time. They isolate Vortex 1 at a time, and they get in towards the hill again. Jacko's hunting for gunfights, but unfortunately, Vortex, the momentum has just completely grinded to a halt. Supreme in the time. They're pushing out the lanes. The reinforcements are now going to start to be slightly staggered as they pick them apart at the front, at the back. Everywhere on the map is just glowing yellow at the moment. Raffi's going to find one. which might offer an opportunity, but unfortunately, the nade that slows Mo down is going to just... Oh my god, there's a second as well that comes through from Julian. Jacko gets 2, though. Big kills from him. Vortex spawning out the back, but that's not what you want to see. But Jacko, oh, almost got the 4th. Oh, don't do it to him. Jesus. But if you're Supreme Gold, you've managed to flip that hill absolutely perfectly. They are now trying to fight for their lives here. Oh my god, Rafi almost gets that kill. Has been spotted in towards mid. It's a chow that Limited wanted to take, but it's a chow that he's going to regret. Elux, he's getting absolutely laced in towards the back of his head, and unfortunately, it's going to be a kill that they're not going to be able to finalize. They spot Jacko in the back. Supreme Gold locking down these lanes. Veek, those here. Veek's able to pick off 1 pick, and that's really important. It's going to drag all the attention towards the backside of time. If he can get the second kill as well, it's huge, and it is. Veek, again, with a big moment, but his teammates can't seem to get the kills near the time. They do finally mop them out, and that's exactly what Supreme Gold didn't want to see. Vortex in the time. Elux going to try and work his way up the map, but with 20 seconds left, you've not really got many last goes at this. In goes Limited. Down he goes. Oh, and they managed to isolate Elux there. 1 pick on the card, though. Veek with the trade. Now look at Vortex. Up the map again they go. Paulinho's gone. He's off the time. And now you've got a lot of players now spawning over towards the side that Vortex know where they are. And now we're going to see a streak. Julian's investing it. They know the importance of this hill, and Julian catches 2. Can't get the 3rd of that other player in towards P3, but Veek still playing his life. And they're able to keep Jacko alive on the hill. This is everything for them at the moment, Vortex. They've got to try and keep him alive. Down he falls, does Julian, but the kills come through again for his teammates. Jacko's still alive. Somehow, finally falls. And Veek's going to get caught with an aid in his hand as he tries to mop up those players, but it's 2-0-2, plays 2-0-2. Nothing separating these two teams at the moment. 8 points is what separates us now. That deficit going to go down once again. Jacko wins that gunfight as he should. Rafi ready over towards the top side of mid and absolutely eviscerates Julian there. But just by pushing up this lane, it's going to enable his time to maybe get a couple of kills. Shots are in, not going to be quite enough. He's got no bullets in either of his assault rifles. As the players go hunting for him, they manage to take him down. Supreme, they're on the time. And now you've got to try and muster up a really coordinated push here if you're Vortex. But unfortunately, the first man does fall. The second man falls as well. Not a hill that you tend to see a lot of time on, but I tell you what, they're making it work. But now Rafi with 1. Rafi, oh, Julian spins and gets the second kill, but everyone drops. Vortex back on the hill. And this time now, every second is going to count. It's basically tied as we get towards the P2, but Vortex are still getting good time on this P1. There's a huge kill from Elux, though, as he pops a 3 out of nowhere. Once again, the man towards the business end just seems to drop players left, right, and center. Big kill in towards the new time, but Jacko, he needs help, and he needs it quickly. Another player on towards the backside of time. Limited goes down. Vortex are in. The contest is through. Can they catch these players out? Yes, they can. This is going right down to it. 240 plays 232. The splits, though. Oh, my God, the split spawn. Jacko, is he going to get caught? He is. He goes down. The pinch is in. Supreme are in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that rogue spawn might completely crucify him. Everyone's falling. Vortex have now got a split spawn. That man that spawned out, though, he's gone down. In towards the time go. Vortex, 1 goes down. 2 go down. 3 go down. They're everything on the time. Supreme Gold are chewing through them. And Supreme Gold get it done. 250. 244. Oh, my God. How on earth have we managed to get another bang-out map? The champions of Div 3 have come to party in the second best of 5. They take it 3-1. This man on the screen absolutely chewing towards the end of that one, and they manage to get it done. Congratulations there to Supreme Gold. When they drop the first best of 5, you think their heads are gone. You think they're out. You'd be very, very wrong. They are your Division 3 AEL champions. Congratulations there to those boys. Commiserations, though, to Vortex. You've got to give it to them. What an absolute bang-out grand final that was. So shout out to all of the players across both teams. Jesus Christ. What a grand final. And Supreme Gold, they take gold. So if you're looking at a standout player, Elux had his moments, but you've got to look across the board at Supreme Gold. When they needed to come together as a 4, they just managed to do it every single time. And Julian with the GGs. Well played, Julian, buddy. Congratulations there to you and the boys, mate. Absolutely incredible series there from you guys. What an absolute banger of a grand final, which I believe is the final grand final of the AEL season. Obviously, the new season, guys, if you are interested, starts, I believe, Fuse will correct me. Is it the 18th? Fuse, I think? Question mark? I could be wrong. But either way, we're going to be getting some more games because, my God, this season's been a banger again. And Julian there with the 2 coming through. But Elux in the chat as well. What a performance there from him. So commiserations there to Vortex. Brilliant performances from Mo, Jacko, Rafi, Veek. You got to shout them out, man. Because to get this far in Div 3, there are some shooters floating about across all the divisions in AEL. So if you can get to a Grands and almost take the second best of 5 as well, after coming from losers, you got to give credit to those boys. But there's confirmation of it, guys. Supreme Gold #1 in AEL. What a series. And what a group of players on the screen. Congratulations then. Thank you to everyone, by the way, who's tuned into the stream. It's been an absolute pleasure casting over some of the finest that the amateur scene has to offer. And my God, we've got some shooters floating about. We'll see if there is anyone that is available to raid as well. Shout out to the guys as well for letting us cast. Okay, obviously for letting us know about it. And I believe... what's happening? But I believe that's pretty much going to be it from me, guys. So thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in tonight. I say it's been phenomenal. New and old. I see you sexy people that return all the time. And to all the new people, the new followers, thank you very much for hopping on. Been an absolute pleasure to cast that one. But yeah, anyone else who going into the new season, if you need a game casted, ping us a message. I'm more than happy to cover whatever the division. As a Div 9 player, I love the passion that goes across all of them. So yeah, ping us a message on Twitter, on Discord. I'm in the server if you haven't seen me already. But yeah, so congratulations there to the boys in gold. They will be crowned your champions of AEL Division 3. That's going to be it from me today, guys. Thank you very much to everyone. Hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week. But that's it from me, guys. Love you long time. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.